The weekend roundup is live here at Toca Social on the 3rd of June. We're gonna be here cooking people for days. It's gonna be a madness. Ange, Poch, Robbie with Arsenal. You guys need to be getting your tickets. We're gonna be doing a live show. We're playing games, watching England play as well. It's gonna be a madness. Make sure you're here for it live. Yes! Come on!
Believe.
Come on, West Ham. You know, do it for Declan.
Believe.
Your season's hard.
Believe.
In your hands.
Top of the league.
It is actually. No, we're not favourites.
Believe.
Oh, he's over, bro.
Okay.
It's in our hands at the moment.
Believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today for the burial of Arsenal's Premier League dreams.
Every step you take,
A walking Malteser,
every move you make,
Jaden Sandwich,
every single day,
Diet Sugar
every
Night,
time I'll be watching you. Believe.
Earth to earth,
Believe.
ashes to ashes,
And dust to dust.
dust to dust.
Believe.
It's all over.
Believe.
It was all in our hands, and then my hands disappeared.
Your season's hard.
AFTV.com/.
You're gonna do this!
America, Africa, Asia, Middle East.
Believe.
Welcome along to the weekend roundup. That was a violation, right?
Wasn't that bad?
All those memes and all that. Listen, right? That was a violation. But listen, we are here. It is the end of the season, and we are here to discuss how the season's gone for our teams. More than necessary, I guess, talking about yesterday's games, because it has ended up with Manchester City lifting the Premier League title for the 4th year in a row. And here to discuss that, we've got Man City's biggest fan, Abbi. Right.
Different shade of blue today.
Different shades.
You want to keep it different.
Just blue mooning.
Flex from United View is here in the building.
All in black. Morning.
From the Cop TV, we've got
should be in black
AGT.
as well.
He's still in tears after a very emotional day yesterday. And the man that's emerging from the shadows.
Didn't want the season to end.
Didn't want the season to end.
Wanted more games.
I had plans.
You said finish this thing, cut me off everything.
5 in a row.
everything.
Shit, we were coming for Villa.
Matisse, bring it up.
The redemption.
I actually didn't know.
Just before we get into the,
You owe me cash.
Yes, yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
just before we get into
Bank
Charity's
transfer.
waiting.
Why didn't you remind me in the morning?
How many more times do I need to remind you both?
Sorry.
No, that wasn't my
all right, hold on.
That was match play. Jason
Just before we
made me
get
that
into the show, let me just remind everybody that if you want to be part of the show, come and join us live. We're going to be at the Toca Social live on the 3rd of June, right? Get your tickets right now. They're selling really, really fast, right? And you'll be able to interact and join us for a live show at that brilliant venue, the Toca Social. We're all going to be there. Also, other guests are going to be there as well. So make sure you come and join us there on the 3rd of June. Tickets are available. All you got to do is click the link in the description right now. We will love to see you there on the day. So make sure you check it out. But the season is over, guys. Look, with this big old smile on her face.
Listen, this is the first Monday I've enjoyed all season.
Manchester
Enjoy
City
it.
have been crowned the champions 4 years in a row. I was at the game yesterday, the Arsenal game. To be honest, I already said when we was doing a sort of our starting 11 show, I'd already made peace with it. I was like, I'm not going there with any expectation or any hope that they're going to slip up against West Ham. Got into the ground, mad atmosphere, unbelievable. I was like, oh. Met a few people on the way. Let's go, Rob. You know what? I reckon. You start to. You walk in there. You've got zero expectations, but people are geeing you up. You're like, well, you know what?
Believe.
I didn't say believe, but I was thinking, you know what?
How did you feel when you heard around the ground it was 2-2?
After about a few minutes, man, guy goes, mate, they scored already. I was like,
That's so good.
right. And then when it was 2-2, I was like, that's it, done. And it kind of killed the atmosphere because
Yeah.
it was 2-0 for a long time, innit? That kind of killed the atmosphere. And funny enough, then it went 2-1. Then the place went mad again because people are like,
when you were still losing 1-0?
we were losing 1-0, but I could sense we'd win the game. I don't know what it was, but I mean, we should have been about 3-0 up before they got
Great
like
header,
a crazy deflection to get their goal. Then the rumour went round it was 2-2. Place was on fire.
Which was so good.
Bro,
Right.
we had that
But
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but
we heard
it wasn't.
Villa
we had
3-0.
Wolves, isn't it?
then they went 3-1. Then it was like, it's done. It was done again. Then there's rumours of 3-2, which the goal, it was a VAR goal that disallowed. But listen, ultimately, it ended in Manchester City lifting the title. Arsenal coming in second by 2 points, which, listen, really disappointing for us. But we have to congratulate Manchester City. They are the champions again for the 4th year in a row.
Farmers League, mate.
They,
Shit league. Shit league,
You
mate.
know,
there
Same
yet,
thing,
from
Bundesliga.
December.
Nah, it hasn't been 10 years in a row yet.
Well, does it look like changing anytime soon?
Pep's off next year. So
Yeah,
hopefully.
exactly.
Well,
So
they're
he
being
says.
pushed. They are being pushed.
They're being
right?
pushed.
What did you guys make of it? Yeah, you've had a lot to. What did you make of it?
Me?
You had a lot to say. Yeah, you.
Listen, first and foremost, I'm very happy because I would never ever want to see Arsenal win the league.
Fair
Matisse
enough.
can absolutely
Fair enough.
agree with that.
Fair enough.
I think it is some feat to go 4 in a row, especially when they won the treble last year, to keep getting that motivation to keep going and win another league. Like, you have to give them credit for that. Regardless of whatever is going on in the background with the 115 charges, like, as a team, to get motivated again to go and win another league after doing the treble, you have to give them credit for that.
Of course.
Well, you do. What you are rolling for?
Yeah,
You do.
Carry on.
You absolutely do have
Massive
to give them credit for that. You know, no team has done that in history before, 4 in a row, in terms of the leagues. So you have to give them that.
Huddersfield did.
Well, no, it wasn't 4.
Wow.
It wasn't 4.
It was 3.
It was 3.
Yeah,
It was 3. Like
In the
United
20s.
was 3.
Liverpool's been 3.
Yeah.
Arsenal have done 3 in the
No
third.
one-
City are the first team
They're the
ever
first team to do
that,
the
right?
4,
Which
yeah.
is mad.
It's mad.
Doing it with asterisks, though, we don't know yet, so we have to wait and see.
For me, they're doing it just on their own accord,
accord.
and they get full credit for it
Yeah.
because I'm not going to
'Cause
bring
we're not haters.
anybody's
We're not
club
haters
into
like
disrepute.
that.
I'm not going to bring
We
anybody's
don't
club
know.
into
Yeah,
disrepute.
obviously he's not going to say that because he's
his
in
own club's in
disrepute.
disrepute. Exactly.
Why you say fuck me for?
So yeah, look, credit to Arsenal. They have definitely, now it's all done, you've played the best football this season that I've enjoyed watching, and you've run them close. Like, you have, and no different to what Liverpool did year in, year out. But again, you don't get a trophy for finishing second, allegedly. But we have got a certificate to give
Oh
you.
shit!
It was actually made by my friend Expressions, so I can't take full credit. But this is your certificate of participation for putting the pressure on. So congratulations.
Them school certificates, them.
gonna
Congratulations.
accept it.
Should we take a picture?
10 metre, the swimming badges, you know, in the pool. You get your 10 metre, 20
Frosties.
metre.
You are so shamed.
And that's that's not something to be sad about. We'll leave that there because, you know, putting the pressure on, Spurs did it a couple times, and you don't win a trophy for it, but you feel immensely proud for doing it. So
Even I'm
well
getting
done.
pissed off with Abbi's shamelessness.
It's
I
so
feel
bad.
You know what? The thing is, right? I'm
crazy.
these Tottenham fans. Listen, I get it, right? I get the banter. I get all of that, right? I
You
wouldn't
would be the same.
I wouldn't want Tottenham to win the
You
league.
would, and you
right?
would laugh at them if they came close and didn't win it.
yeah,
Of course.
But
Every Arsenal
it's,
fan
it's difficult to. It's difficult. I think last year, right, when we sort of capitulated towards the end, you had every right to really be. This year, we have pushed them all the way.
yeah.
All the way, right? We have been a brilliant team this season,
Yeah.
right? What about your team?
Oh, we're back to us. Okay.
No, because you've got. I said it. I said it before, right? I said it before. I want to see a bit of accountability
What would you
from
like me-
these Tottenham fans.
Okay, you would like me to talk about my team?
Huh?
I think we should stick with City.
I
No?
think we
We
should-
haven't-
we're-
We've done
we're-
praise.
we're
we can't
going
move
for
on
that.
yet.
Because
No,
when
no,
it was
listen.
Klopp that was leaving, everybody had to say like an individual speech.
Why we were so
AGT was
sad.
demanding. So I think for the
Wait,
champions
wait,
of
wait,
England,
but no one cares
I think
about
everybody's got to individually
Nobody cares
give,
about them.
give a
she's
speech
giving me-
surely
wait,
about
wait,
Nobody
wait,
cares
wait,
about them,
flex.
bro.
lot of
Wait.
adjectives I'm trying to hear
Wait,
today.
They've won
Some
the 4th in a
vocabulary.
row. No one gives a shit.
Wait a minute.
You know,
She's giving me this
Certificate.
little certificates, trying to come with digs and
it's
all
not
that.
always about Arsenal.
What
not.
have you done?
It's about City today.
What about you?
Okay, come on
What
then,
have
let's
you
talk
done,
about
right? Tottenham
Are you just
have
going to
been
go historic? We're going to go historic?
No,
or
we're not going to go
present?
historic,
Okay, fine.
right? What I want to find out from you,
Go on.
I asked you this quite a few weeks ago.
Yes.
I've asked Expression this. You lot have got so much talk.
Yeah.
What are your aims? What are you looking to do?
this- for this
and I
season-
put this to Expressions on one of the Bias Premier League show. Let's put something on it.
Oh, I've already made so many bets in next season already.
And the bet is I'm not even going to go with we'll finish higher than you because that's a ridiculous bet. Because we'll finish higher than you next season. and my team's well placed to be back there again next season. £1,000.
1,000?
Fucking hell.
1,000, man. I mean, yeah, let's go big on
He's
this.
done the done thing now. He's like,
Wait, let me finish.
Come on, Abby.
Don Robbie Sports!
Am I getting a pay rise to put £1,000
Let me finish.
on a bet?
Let me finish. £1,000. You and Expressions can put £500 each, yeah?
That's fair. Yeah, that's
Wait.
fair. Big
Don
up, Robbie.
Robert.
Yeah.
It's not to finish higher than Arsenal in the league, because I think that's unfair.
Of course it is.
If you win a trophy next season, I will give
That's
you
a fair bet.
£1,000.
That's a fair bet.
Fuck.
If you
Abby
don't
can't
win
let
a,
him call you
if
out
you
like that.
don't win
He
a
can't let this
trophy,
run.
you and
I'm
Expressions.
getting a pay rise.
Back your chat.
Wait,
Back your chat,
let me
man.
finish. You and Expressions got so much talk. If you don't win a trophy next season, right, you have to donate
taking
£1,000 to charity.
500 quid each.
Between £500 each
fair, I think.
Fuck.
to charity.
Fair.
I want to see you, man.
have a whip
I
round?
want to see, because I want genuine. I want them to feel genuine pressure. You can't just keep coming,
I'm on it.
Like your-
running
like
up
your
your
10
mouth
grand
and saying, "Oh, we're Arsenal,"
Never won the
and
league.
battering Liverpool. and
Remember your
battering
Chelsea as
United
well, bro.
and
You keep
battering
doing this thing
Chelsea.
like, remember,
Bro,
get onto.
what
like,
I want-
get behind this.
Bro,
You're Chelsea.
I know.
If you're proper Chelsea,
I don't see
You've
them
been doing
as.
too much.
They never win.
No,
what
but
do I have to be worried
You're
about?
Chelsea, mate.
I know.
No,
You're Chelsea. I know.
Accountability.
Get
now.
onto him. They're Spurs. You're
needs to
Chelsea.
be-
Bro, they never win anything.
There needs to be accountability, because these are
said this last
obsessed.
season.
They're obsessed with Arsenal. True. You know what? You're the baby reindeer.
Oh! Absolutely not, Robbie.
You're the baby reindeer.
Is that a serious question?
Absolutely not, Robbie.
Is that
Baby
even
reindeer.
serious there, Robbie?
Baby reindeer.
Oh no!
You're obsessed with Arsenal, man.
That's the best thing you've ever said.
41,000 emails.
Yeah.
He's done well.
Baby reindeer football. Right, you're obsessed with Arsenal, man.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone.
Guys,
Concentrate on your own.
Teflon Don.
Concentrate on your. I'm not
Teflon
deflecting.
Don.
Hey, look,
I'm not
Odegaard's here.
deflecting. Listen, I'm not deflecting, but concentrate on your own club.
Okay.
Abby, you got a lot.
You
That was a
You gotta
lot.
back that, Abby.
Abby,
Come
You
on,
like
man.
that one? Oh, good.
You gotta back it.
I take it you've now watched it, so you can get in on
I've seen it. Yeah, absolutely.
actually
You gotta back it, man. Come on.
Speechless.
Charity as well.
First and foremost,
Oh
get a
shit.
pay rise.
No.
Okay.
Listen, man, I've seen all the. Listen, Australia here,
Yeah,
there. But
well,
you,
Google,
between you and
yeah,
Expression,
come on.
right? I see the work you do. You both can.
That's a
You can have
half a day, mate.
£500 each.
Expressions on
It will go to
JD.
charity.
That's half a
It's not
day.
going to me.
JD.
It
Shake
goes
your
to
hand,
charity.
man.
Okay.
Big John David
Bring the
Sports.
JD bag
Yeah.
back.
Oh!
Oh fuck! Wait,
Abby, are you sure? Wait.
Are you gonna shake
Feels like
Expressions
peer
hands on
pressure. I
Mr.
don't
Bellamy?
think you
Yeah?
thought-
Pressure, I
Yeah.
haven't thought this through. But if
Accountability.
X is on it as well.
You don't even know if he is.
Well, he has to be.
I mean, he has to be,
That's
because
how
I've
it
only taken a
stands.
£500
That's how it
bet.
stands.
The
Clip
trainers
this.
he buys, he's
Clip
got
this.
500.
I've taken
And
a
you copy-
£500 bet.
Clip
I'm not
this
gonna
in.
lie, you do need to win
You
something.
copy that
It's-
guy.
I agree. We need to win
it is
something.
becoming
We
a
need
bit
to
of a
win
joke.
something.
You
But
need
it's
to win
because
something.
it's for charity. I'll do it.
You do.
You know
You
what?
do
Fair
need to
play
win
to your
something.
manager, right? Because he's been calling out your fans. He's talking
Oh,
about
please
how
don't
the
get vexed over this
foundations,
again, I beg you.
the foundations have been. He's like, I've seen what's going on at this club, and he's almost basically saying, I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing.
£600 down, and it's literally not even 1 o'clock today. For next
Me
season,
and Flex,
I'm
you owe you money,
600.
innit?
I know, but this is for this season. I'm already 600.
What, you don't think you're gonna win a trophy?
No, because I took another bet this morning, which was the same bet but 100 quid.
Trophy.
Did you?
Yeah, but you.
So you believe in that?
You just
He's
win
gonna win your
something.
trophy.
I did, right.
You said you're gonna win something on the hand,
responsibly,
right?
guys.
You've got 4
When the fun
chances. World
starts,
Cup,
make sure
FA
you
Cup,
stop.
I better have a very
League,
successful summer.
2 chances.
Two shots.
Money done.
This is insane. What just happened.
I can't believe you do that. This is
Well, no, it's
ridiculous.
because it's for charity, so I don't mind. If it's for charity, I'm
Europa
absolutely
League.
fine taking a
And
bet.
Europa League as well.
Yeah, they got that.
Can I
5
pick? Can I
trophies
pick
to
the
go for.
charity?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
You got
fine.
5 trophies to go
That's
for.
fine.
5.
Okay, can I talk about Tottenham now?
Hang on, well,
Damn, I don't know.
Well,
properly on
Well,
City,
he
have we?
wanted to ask me about Tottenham, so might as well get it out of the way.
I
Let's
know,
get
but
to
let
top.
everyone speak. And then
You know what? Actually, no, let's go to City, then we'll come back to
Okay,
Tottenham.
let me know
Is
when
that
we're
all right?
back. Yeah.
Let's
You-
go to
you-
City.
you
Let's go
took it
back
this
to
way,
City
so
because you know
we'll
what?
hold.
We do have to give them their.
Put that there.
We do have to give them their props, don't we? I mean, you know. 4 in a
Yeah,
row,
I mean,
man. It's
listen.
you know, it's ridiculous what they're doing, man. The standards that they set year in, year out.
When clubs talk, when people talk about, oh, you'd be jealous to be us. No. There's nobody jealous of anyone but City. City are the only team in this country that are actually performing to the highest level, and I'm talking competing for Premier Leagues and Champions League at the same time in
Every
the
year.
same campaigns every single year.
Yeah.
That is how you show that you are an elite team. You know, and for me, when I look back at our own era, this is what we would have wanted, would have been to be sustaining Premier League success. We did the back-to-back one time, and then other than that, we were kind of just like taking one here, taking one there, and obviously we were ridiculously successful. But sustaining it and win it 4 times in a row, 3 times in a row, it's mad. And like was said, the mentality from this team is crazy, because I think Haaland, he was gassed for the treble last year. When they won the title this year, he's just walking around with his long hair out, just chilling.
It's just normal.
And it's, you know, Vardyell's the one going crazy. The new signings are the ones that are going mad. They're like, yo, enjoy.
When he did that interview, he literally was
chilling.
like, just knew we were going to win
They're chilling.
it. Like,
Jack's on the drinks again, do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Hardly played this year.
he's hardly played.
Flipping
So,
heck, mate. I wonder if he's going to have his kit on for 15 days again.
do you know what's...
Maybe 115 days.
Oh, love that. Love that.
salty.
Do you know what's so? Do you know what's so
It's
mad
not
about?
salty.
Don't
It's
like
not
City,
salty.
mate.
It's nasty.
Do you know what's so
salty.
mad about
I
City?
don't like them.
Do you know what's so bad about City? I don't think their transfer business going into this season was that impressive. I don't think Doku's made a massive impact on that team. I don't think Matheus Nunes has made a big impact on that team.
Kovacic has done all right.
Kovacic has done.
He's just been Kovacic.
He's done all right.
That's what he does.
He's done all right to good, but he's
Doku's
not
done
been
all right.
anywhere near Gundogan's level, right?
Doku's done all right though.
Vardy, slow start, then had to really kind of
Vardy
towards
was
the
done
end,
well.
kind of really come to the level. So the fact that they've done this whilst having a pretty mediocre transfer window for their standards is impressive.
Because their team's so good, their base level is just so
Yeah,
good.
their base level is very good,
I just
yeah.
want to say about Phil Foden.
Easy player of the year. Easy.
Like,
Easy.
I know, like, you lot did the Rio thing and saying this, that, and the other. Pff, since he said that world-class thing, mate, I just think Foden's just gone on to show all Arsenal fans who were saying he's not, in that little argument thing, hold that, like, just he is.
27
Like,
goals, I
like,
think.
he's incredible. Like, he's the most gifted English player since
Wayne and Stevie.
Rooney and Gaza. He
so
is
good.
like Jude Bellingham is Jude Bellingham. You can't do what for, like the way he takes the ball, how technically sound is. Jude Bellingham is him in terms of physical, you know,
That guy.
clutch moments.
I do-
He's not clean like that. He's not.
No,
he can't-
Jude's there with
still think
Foden.
he's-
though.
No.
I think he is. I think he is.
Foden's incredible.
And he has been the player of the season. He has been incredible. I still think this summer's very important for him. Like, I think he has to show up at the Euros.
He does,
He
but-
does. He has to.
Are you talking about Foden?
Yeah.
But
I
he's
think
proved
he.
it.
Well, I think
I think he
Doing it in
now
the
has.
Champions
He has
League
to
when
take
it
the
really
mantle for
matters.
England.
He's doing it in a league. He's not carried City to the league, but
No, he's been brilliant for City.
and-
He's been
and
their
you know
best
what
player.
about his journey as well. When he's sort of coming in at City and you're behind so many great players in that position, you have to learn off David Silva. You know, Bernardo Silva's there, Kevin
Toure.
De Bruyne's doing that, Toure was there. He's gone through all these guys as a
Eras.
young kid. And you forget how young he actually is. It's a joke what he's doing.
6 titles at
and
the age of 23.
It's a joke. And then you could say at the beginning, it's like he's hardly been part of how much is he playing. This was the first one
Yeah.
where you go, him. He's done.
First
He's
name.
got them over the line. It wasn't Haaland this year. He still finished with Golden Boot because it's Haaland and City score so many goals.
Yeah.
It's Philip Foden. And you're right, going into the Euros as English people, England fans.
And Rodri though.
I
I feel like
absolutely.
Rodri is
Clutch.
just assumed to be good, so good now that nobody actually is bothering to give him his credit. But this guy, we saw how big a miss it was when he missed a couple of games earlier on in the season. I think they lost both games. This guy is an unbelievable midfielder. He's not even a DM. I'm not even going to disgrace him by calling him a DM. He's an all-rounder midfielder. Clutch goals. There's no part of
Eight
part of his
goals.
game that he can't that he hasn't got.
No,
Like, he's
he's
ridiculous.
brilliant,
So
but-
I think he's just as important as Foden.
Yeah.
He has to be. He has to be because his brilliance
not
is just
more,
taken for
because as soon
granted
as
at
he
this
doesn't
point.
play, they don't-
Yeah, 100%.
What did you make of his comments towards Arsenal, sort of saying their mentality? You know, when they come to the Etihad, they didn't want to
Rodri-
beat
That was
us. They just
incorrect.
wanted to
That
draw.
was incorrect.
Was it Rodri or something?
Yeah,
That was
Rodri.
really ridiculous
Yeah.
because they didn't beat us.
He said that about Scotland when Scotland beat
He's
Spain.
quite salty like that.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
salty.
he is.
Why is he salty? He
But,
won the league.
but it's like because he's so good, you can't talk to
But,
him.
but Arsenal have the best Big Six record.
Yeah,
City's is actually not that great.
We haven't lost. We didn't lose to City this
Yeah, he's
season,
wrong
We-
to
and
say
we
that.
actually played them 3 times and we didn't lose. So
Yeah.
shut up, shut up, shut up,
But
shut up.
to win 4 in a row, I think. I mean, if it wasn't cemented already, Pep is the best, clearly, manager in
He's
the world.
the difference, man.
He is the difference, and you know,
All time?
Phil Foden to. It's the quality of goals though as well. It's not tap-ins we're looking at. It's cutting in.
bins.
It's almost like
Goal he
6
scored
or 7
yesterday,
of the
brilliant.
goal. You know the first one he scored yesterday. He scored about 7 of them
Yeah.
this season, where he cuts in, bends it. You can't let him in on that side. Team top to bottom is just incredible. And listen, they are clear and favourites to win the league again next year and the year after, as long as Pep's there.
I think as long as Pep's there, I do think though, we're closing in on them. You know what I mean? Because this season we closed in on them.
That's what we thought as well, though, man.
I know.
But you eventually did get one. I think where
Conte and Klopp, the only two managers to defeat Pep so far.
It can be done in a one-off season.
As I said earlier in the season, I think the only way you beat Pep is by literally never letting him in front of you. Like you just have to be in front the whole way. You've got a lead. We saw what Liverpool did. They just kind of blitzed.
Yeah, but they still won this from behind. Like they weren't actually on top. It was like they just lost a few games, so it was like, right, we have to win all these to then leapfrog. But they weren't even ahead. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't even like at one point they were like 4 points ahead, and they had to always play catch up until
team
like,
that was in front
after the Villa game.
You were closer this year, but I think the method.
No, hold on.
The method of last year, where you just blitzed the league, you just got to kind of you got to keep that. That's where it is really.
No, but actually, if you look at it, right?
No, you can't.
If you look at it, like I think it
you're
was
not getting 90 points,
Liverpool were on top
just
for majority of the season.
Yeah,
I think Liverpool were on top for 86 games.
What?
Yeah, I'm not saying they can't.
Sorry, 86.
I'm not saying they can't win from coming
Liverpool
by
on top for
chasing.
86
I'm saying
days.
you can't beat them from chasing.
Yeah, but
you won't catch them.
Yeah, you won't catch them. Yeah,
it's what
You
it is.
listen.
You see how it ends.
We'll get to you because you were on top for 86 days.
Yeah, but you were on top for like 70.
Last
so
year
what's
you
the
were on top for
difference?
280
days.
That's less than 86. We was on. I think we.
Wait, are you saying games or days?
We was on top for
confused on what you're
76
saying.
days.
This year?
We was on top for 76
This
days. They were on top for 78. City.
Yeah, but
And they're on top for 86.
this year.
yeah.
This season.
But that shows how close of
So
three-horse
that's
race it was.
when you say about league,
they can chase.
they chased it down.
Yeah, they can chase, but I'm saying the only team to ever
Arsenal
beat
fans can
them
come
is
to
a team
Liverpool,
that.
We
Liverpool
blitzed
won
it.
the
They
We
never
won the
chased,
league by
yeah.
January when we won it.
in
We
the
were
league.
25
Liverpool
points
won a
clear
trophy.
ahead of City, and even before COVID was.
But that's what you did in your first season.
No, but
You
they
did
said
blitz
it's
it.
not.
Had a better season.
But listen, congratulations
It's about
to
getting
them.
rid of Tilly's.
They got it over the line,
This
but
guy, man.
there's a massive asterisk on it. And I know we're all joking and we banter and stuff, but until those charges are out the way, I'm not going to give them the full flowers that they deserve, which they do because of on the pitch, their success has been incredible, mind-blowing. You know, even I stand up sometimes and go, what are we playing against here? And you have to congratulate the mentality to go time and time again. However, until that's all sorted, right, and I can sit here and know that they're guilty or innocent, I'm not going to double down.
Yeah, but
on
even with the
giving
thing
them
that gets
the
the thing that actually does get
I'll give
handed
them
to
a
them,
rose. I ain't giving them
you
the
can
bunch.
still see it and be like, oh, that's some bullshit.
Would
This
you
is football. Like,
would you want the? Because someone was asking this question yesterday. Would you say they got done all these charges? Would you want the leaks?
No.
God no.
no way.
That's not
I bet
how it
Arsenal
should
fans
work.
would, don't it? I bet they said, yeah, we'll love it.
No, yeah. I mean,
Nah, man.
You wouldn't want it. I mean, what
The season's played out. The 38 games happened, and whoever got the most points, that's the playing squad. Yeah, there's technicalities upstairs of why it can get stripped from you, but in terms of the 11 men who crossed the white line to play games, that's been done in your head. Like,
And
come on.
the cyclist that finished second to Lance Armstrong, did he ever get any trophies?
Are you gonna
No,
do
he
a
didn't want
parade? What
Yeah,
are
what are you gonna do?
you
No,
gonna do?
you're not. But
I hear your question.
on the sheet.
I do hear your
When you say,
question.
yeah, we've won X amount of
I'm not gonna
titles.
lie. I don't
can
think
get you another
anybody's
certificate.
counting it.
We can get you
And
some
listen,
think
technically
anything's
they are
The winning
innocent
certificate.
until proven guilty.
Yeah.
But we've seen Everton, we've seen Forest get charged, and rightly so. They were deducted points multiple times.
Might be
throughout the
different
season
charges, though. I don't
for
think
way
we can
less
say
than
that.
what they've been
But
accused of.
we
Hang
don't
on.
know that, though.
Okay, but what they've been accused of, I think 115 charges equates to more, in my opinion. Don't care on anyone else's opinion. This is my opinion than what Everton and Forest and Chelsea have done. And again, I'm not taking away what they've done. I've just said on the pitch, the best I've ever seen, mate. But off the pitch, I can't fully double down on it until they're
Yeah, you have
innocent,
to
mate.
see.
Surely
Yeah.
even City fans
Let's
would love to
let's
see this cleared up just so that
Of
they
course,
can get
of
the proper
course.
respect that they.
But then, no, some of them say, I don't care, mate. I've been in Division 2, facing Gillingham. If that happens to us again, happens again.
It's never going to happen to them again.
But you say that.
That's the mentality
Remember,
sometimes
in,
they have,
in
don't it?
Italy, like
They don't care.
You know,
I don't
Juventus got
believe-
Juventus is the biggest club in Italy
I
by
don't
far.
believe the Premier League would do that because the amount of revenue that
But
City...
that's your
and
problem,
I
Abby.
agree.
There's
I
your
think that's
problem.
totally wrong.
If the
But
Premier League
they're
doesn't
do it
want
in
to do
Italy,
it,
though.
I agree. They're so
The
quick
whole
to
world's
give
corrupt.
to you know.
They're going to
give-
get away
give
with it.
sanctions and
Nothing's going to
whatever.
happen to them.
But
they will
what
get
are we
away with
playing
it.
here for then? What are
It'll
we
be
fighting
bullshit,
against?
bro. They'll play some
They will
fine
get
or they
away
might
with
have like a transfer ban
they
or
might
some
get like a
shit.
No,
10 point
personally,
Nothing's gonna happen.
listen, we
Nothing
don't know. It has to.
I really hope it does.
Let's see what happens.
If they're guilty, to me, it should be the same as what City and Everton got.
The media
There should be no
relegation.
favouritism for any team, even if it's any of our teams, if you get done for those things. It's as simple as that. Right, so, but let's wait and see. I mean, it's all speculation at the moment. But at the moment, they're doing the job. And Pep Guardiola, to me, right now, I can't think of a Sir Alex in the Premier League. No one else compares to him. He's been unreal. You know, and he does it everywhere he goes. He does it. He wins the league with it in Germany. He won it in Spain.
Get him at Barnet.
He's incredible.
Yeah, let's see how good he really is.
I think he'd win the league.
he's back to
Well,
it.
he wouldn't win the league with Barnet, but he'd win that division. You know what I mean? That's for sure. You know. Let's get into some super chats. Yeah.
Shout out to Nar9 who says, just like to remind you, Man City are not the 4th most successful club in England of all time. That means the mighty Chelsea dropped down. Matisse, carry on cheering. JD says, Rodri calling Arsenal cowards for not trying to win the Etihad game ultimately cost them. I disagree with that, by the way, because they didn't take any points off of Arsenal.
Yeah.
Robbie tried to gaslight and tell us different. I mean, I can read this one, but it's just a bit mean. It says, Robbie, you're a Teletubby with sausage for fingers. It's just a bit mean,
It's
though.
quite
So
mean,
why
yeah.
would you even say that? And I'm making an example
seen
to
that
the
meme?
rest of you.
Mining him.
Clara
Mind his
Bitsy.
fingers here.
Here she is, potentially the last super chat from her of the season. Abby, who would you support in the FA Cup final? If United win, Chelsea don't get Europa. And if City win, Arsenal play the Charity Shield.
Oh, there you go. What are you going to do now? How shameless are you going to be this time? You're going to side with Matisse, your best friend for this year, even though at times he hasn't been, but all of a sudden he is? Or are you going to side with me? Cussing my team all the time, saying dusted, trying
Never,
to
my
rattle.
friend.
What are you going to do?
Talk Sport 5 buddies.
Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do?
You've been very mouthy lately.
Oh, right, okay. Cool.
I spend a lot of time
Oh,
with you, and
okay.
you're very
Oh,
mouthy.
okay. And what's Matisse been for this whole year then?
It's all-
Until you
bless
called your little
him.
cute truce.
I've been 10th.
He's been
Allow
10th.
me, bruv.
See, don't let him.
He's been through it this
been
year.
12.
This makes me
12th,
sick.
10th, but next season
You
when they
come
start well,
from
watch him
Matisse.
chat.
For the first half of the season, you were relentless on this guy.
No, was I?
And then all of a sudden,
Was I?
you two joined forces when it was the whole Arsenal, and then you've been friends ever since.
Do you
It's
forgive?
sickening.
Do you forgive me?
Don't.
My
Matisse,
discretions.
you are Chelsea. Bro, Bro, come on.
Don't forgive
What?
Don't look at him. This guy offered you a briefcase full of money.
Exactly, so don't let me off the hook.
Shameless.
Come with it.
He wanted to put you in their bracket.
You know what?
You're
You know
not
what?
in that bracket.
I'm not begging for any allies. We do our own thing. Do our own job.
I tell you what.
Like Anne says, you want to win a trophy, mate? Win it yourself, mate.
I
don't care what you do.
See some ambition,
Yeah?
Abby.
I don't care.
Team for once, mate.
I
For once.
don't really care who wins it.
Cool,
but
good.
Charity Shield ain't
I
really
want you
much,
to be a
is it?
Matisse. Actually, I don't want your support.
I'm at a
Charity
wedding
Shield is
anyway.
We don't want it. You'll probably jinx it.
I got bigger weddings to Friday.
Yeah, man. Literally.
Nkem says lateness is greatness.
You're going to be with Matisse.
Will Rose says all that talk,
for you.
Robbie, to have a worse season than Liverpool.
I'll be with us in Europa League.
we've had a great season.
You have had a great
Had an
season,
absolutely
but we've
brilliant
come away with a
season.
trophy. That's facts.
absolutely.
Robbie, are you okay? Are you okay? Says Keane.
I'm very okay. I'm good. You know what? It's free. I'm good, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of my team, and I know my team's gonna be back next season.
They will be.
Out of all the people sat on this table, I think I can talk with confidence.
I'd actually agree with that.
Our teams, you've changed your manager.
I'd agree with you.
You're still a bit in transition. You're in transition, and you're forever in transition, right? So I'm
sing that.
feeling confident. There's Arsenal fans that are saying, "Boy, I would have loved the season to start next week."
Yeah.
Whereas normally, it's
Arsenal
like,
are in the best position
normally
out
it's
of all
like,
of
mate,
us around the table.
I'm on off on a day.
I hear that. I hear that.
I don't want to hear nothing about Arsenal.
I hear that.
I just want to enjoy my summer.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
trust
So,
me.
I'm
By the
okay.
way, just shy of 10k live. Let's get the likes up to at least 2.5k. They're only lingering on 1500 right now, so let's get them up. Callum says, "Where's your crown today, Robert? Lose it on the way in."
Lol.
Where is it? Women's crown.
With my crown there. Ayan says, Robbie asked Arsenal fans would they lose the Europa so that Spurs lose the Champions League or win, but Spurs win. They all said lose and calls Spurs
that
fans
is
shameless.
absolutely not true. The majority of them said they want to win it, the Europa League.
Woodsy
There was
says,
someone who said they'd lose it.
I saw some receipts that didn't say
No,
that.
some
But
said-
it's okay.
yeah, some did.
And there
Weren't
was some,
all.
but there were some Spurs fans that said they wanted to win on
you
Tuesday
all
night.
wanted to lose
No,
that game.
there was a lot that
You
said they
all-
wanted to win on
everyone I
Tuesday night.
spoke to, who?
your manager?
I
Even
know them, they're not
just
friends of mine.
Your
but-
manager,
They're no real
your manager's the only
They're
one.
my friends.
Your manager
No,
was the
they're way
only
too
one.
positive for me. No.
Way
I
too
like
positive.
negativity.
I didn't want any of that nonsense.
Woodsy says Arsenal be like, but look how good we lost. Walker 33 says congrats to the Asna back-to-back bottlers title, bro.
we did not
unless
bottle
you've
it.
come second against this City team, I don't
Cannot
want to
say
hear about
bottling is
bottling.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
to say. You can say that for last
We've
season.
come second
I'm
to the
not
City
saying
team.
it.
You didn't, well,
It's
you
not.
never
It's not
challenged-
easy coming
but
second.
but you
We've
never
done
challenged-
it.
You never challenged.
We were
that.
second to the City team,
Did you-
mate.
But
We
I'm
know it's
talking
like.
Did you get your
I'm
know it's
talking
like-
85, 90, 95
was about 25
and
points
not
off.
winning
It's
it.
a proper challenge. Down
Yeah,
to
it's
the
a
last
proper
day.
challenge, mate, and I'll give you respect
Ollie.
to that, Robbie, because you went all the way.
Second, mate.
However, if you think you feel pain, just remember 97 points.
Yeah, no, that was-
and then
94. That's
losing the
correct.
Champions
94.
League final the week after.
No, but then we lost it and then won the Champions League final a week after.
Did you
In
win the Champions League that
2019.
year? Was it that
Yeah,
year?
in 2019 we got 97 points.
That's
and a
insane.
week
Same
later
year.
won the Champions League.
Okay, that's all right.
97
That 97 points.
I was so happy that happened to you.
Thank you, mate.
That's the one.
genuinely giving
That's
me,
the one
like,
tally that I'm like,
post-traumatic
I will never disrespect the tally.
depression.
That is actually.
That's
mad.
why in this
Believe
title race you were like,
97.
no, we're not going to. Like you were
97
quiet.
is
It wasn't
peak.
the
I
same.
warned him.
97 is actually.
Why you not
mad.
listen?
You didn't need to warn me. We went through it
I'll
last
be
year.
fuming.
Just three words for you guys. Philip Walter Foden, says Rowie. Benji says America, Africa, Asia, Middle East. Believe. Roy says AGT cry about 115 some more please, it's funny. Bro, you'll be crying when you get in Gillingham in the cup. Mark T says proud of Arsenal. And Arsenal, by the way, Arsenal fans should be proud of Arsenal. Of
course they
because
should.
the progression, the
Yeah, you should.
the
Be proud of
consistency that we've seen from this Arsenal team, I've never seen it. And I'm counting the Invincibles in that as well, by the way. I've never seen this consistency from Arsenal. So they should be proud of their team.
Congrats.
Think about how far we came. See, I can do that. She can't. It's mad. Nah, come on, bro.
Because I don't believe it
I
when
can
it's
see
coming.
your face. I'm not blind. Them big white teeth, I can see
It's
them.
fair. I get it.
Right. Mark T says proud of Arsenal.
Liverpool
Think
fan,
about
proud
how
second.
far we
Yeah.
came since Arteta took over. Any club would kill to have progression like us. Spurs only look at Arsenal not winning the league as progression for them. Shameless.
We actually did under Poch though. Came
Right.
second. to Chelsea.
954 Yardman says, I dare any of you to speak about 115 to name 15 of the charges without Googling, especially AGTU sausage, that Irish Ted Bundy.
Wow.
That's a bit.
You should have read that about yourself.
Serial killer. Wow.
Yeah.
Wild.
Cheers
Bundy
though,
takes
mate.
on that.
Thanks for the $4.99.
Wild, that.
Moses, not Caicedo, said certificate might just get you fired from DR, Abby. And that's his 20th super chat. So shout out to you.
Trust me, that won't be the thing that
Jesus
gets me fired.
Christ.
We love Abby here, man.
We'll do a few more and then we'll pause. Now Klopp's left. Let's list the 5 best Premier League managers ever. Fergie, Pep, Jose, Wenger, Ranieri, Klopp the flop. Have some respect, man. Got Klopp as your picture. You're obsessed, mate. Jorge de la Rocha, what a name. Bet doesn't include the Audi Cup, Abby. So,
They got that
Yeah.
cup.
yep.
Name the trophies, man. You got 5 to go for. 4.
Okay.
4.
Europa.
Europa
Prem.
League, League Cup, FA Cup, League.
Yeah,
That's it.
4.
4.
So you can do
Don't
the
matter on
quadruple.
pre-season if you win.
Right, let's
We don't
just
count
say
them.
let's just say 3.
And
And
Abdullah
community
says,
shields don't count, by the way.
Edin
three, really.
Terzic
Community shields
achieved
don't
more
count.
than Arteta in his managerial career. Both bottled the league. I don't. This is the bottled word. I'm not having that today. And both won a cup, but Terzic is a UCL final. And then we'll come back to Dudley Super Chat.
Let's talk about Liverpool actually, because you was there at the game.
Yeah.
It looked like a really emotional occasion. Of course, the
Yeah.
last game for Jurgen Klopp as the manager of Liverpool. You know what I mean? And what was it like to be there? What was it like to experience? I mean, talk us through that day. I mean, the game was almost like insignificant.
Yeah, it was,
Which
yeah.
Liverpool won 2-0, but. That day's come. Jurgen Klopp, he's no longer he's no longer Liverpool manager.
Yeah.
What was it like there yesterday?
Well, it was the day we've been dreading since January the 26th, and the guys who come into DR knew on that day not to really come and banter me or leave me alone, because that was a dark day. And yesterday was the curtain call, and being outside the ground, I think I got to the ground for around 12 o'clock yesterday. There's a great video coming out tomorrow with me and Doyle, where we've just gone round about 30 people and we've asked them, what does Jurgen Klopp mean to you? What would you say if he was here now? I counted 6 people that cried, and men, women, kids, old ladies, bless them. So that's a one for the Liverpool fans to watch tomorrow. And the atmosphere before the game, as the bus came in, typical entrance that we always give the team, but it was extra special yesterday. And, in the warm-up, I just wanted to get in as soon as I can to kind of soak it all in. Massive respect and shout out to the Wolves fans who stayed right up until the end of the presentation, clapping, singing along the songs. I mean, not all of them were there, but a good 200 or 300, and respect to them for that. Liverpool fans appreciated it. And then the game started, you know, red card from Semedo, really nasty tackle on McAllister, but then he pops up with a header. Quansah. If I'm honest, no one was really asked about the game. And about 10 minutes in, a beautiful thing happened. We all started singing the songs of all the best players that Jurgen Klopp signed. So the Mane song, the Firmino song, Henderson, Matip, Thiago, you know, all these guys got their applause and their shout-outs. And then it was just relentless from the Kop, man. It's the best atmosphere I've seen. And although it was such a sad day, I'm so happy I was there. You know, I was there for Jurgen Klopp's last ever win. It was done with kids, and he said openly how much that's meant to him. It's the biggest final he's played in, or the one he's enjoyed the most. And every single thing was for him yesterday. And to sum it off with his presentation at the end, I don't know, and I've never seen a manager chant the name of the next manager that's coming in. And that's taken a lot of pressure off of Slot. He went, la, 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 Arnie Slot. La, 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 la. And then it quickly went into Jurgen Klopp instead of Arne Slot. But, you know, I have to say it was one of the most emotional games I've ever been at. And there was a few tears coming down at You Never Walk Alone.
You not laughing
Abbi
at?
can sit there and laugh, but she'll never have this, you know, this experience at her football club. You can. You can.
I think
Even him, I've seen him there.
It's up to you.
Matisse
I've seen
and
Matisse.
I'm welling up. I'll be real.
and this is what my point is about this new, like, all of a sudden they're like,
I'm
not finished, by the
Did you do this for
That's
Ferguson
emotional.
at West Brom? Did you do this for
Quite
Did you do this for
emotional.
Ferguson? Because if you didn't do this for Ferguson, I'm not gonna lie, you need to go back and go to the Hawthorns and get your mic out and start
well,
asking these questions.
obviously
Because
we left as champions, and we, you know, had a lot longer with him. So you know,
Yeah.
Plus,
it's a tough
Fergie's
time.
one was similar, isn't it? Where he said, "Get behind the new
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
get behind Moyes."
100%.
that didn't work out very well, did it?
Hopefully a
And
slot
you
works
go-
out like Moyes did.
And when You Never Walk Alone came
Shillings
on
into
at
the
the
slot
start,
machine. Get no results.
I think that song for Liverpool fans, you know, I've been at funerals and weddings when that family parties when that song's played, but to hear it for the last time and looking down at Jurgen, looking at the Kop, tears, Trent was crying, Virgil was crying.
You crying?
Yeah, definitely. I had a few tears rolling down my cheek, man, 100%. And then I did again when he was speaking to the fans after, and I'm not sad about that. I'm proud that he came and represented the club and the city and the people in the best way possible. And yeah, I absolutely love him, mate. And long live the King Jurgen.
Where does he rank then? Like Matisse, where does he rank?
For me,
all time.
Oh, he's number one for me. But obviously, everyone's going to have different.
What, in the Premier League era?
No, for Liverpool managers.
No,
that
oh,
I've
Premier
seen.
League era.
In the Premier League era,
Premier
I'd
League
have
era.
him third or fourth, if I'm honest.
Where's he rank?
he's
for
not
you?
above Mourinho. He's not above Wenger. And he's not above Ferguson. He's not above Pep. So I don't know if he's fifth.
Still a great achievement.
But
by the way.
he's knocking on the door for top 5, yeah, I'd say. But I wouldn't have many higher than that.
Yeah, I'd probably say not above Jose. Yeah, those fifth.
Yeah.
Is that
Max.
five?
Yeah,
That'll
five.
be five, isn't it?
Yeah, Max.
Sir Alex,
Fifth
yeah.
Max. And
Yeah,
I don't
fifth.
know.
Comfortably
Pep.
as well. He's in the top 5.
So you fifth for you.
Yeah, fifth for me.
Martin Yole? Who'd you?
I love Martin.
And you know, he leaves Robbie. And there were seasons where he's got 97 and 92 points and not win the league. That's how close it's been. But he's won.
He's been very unfortunate to come up against Pep, hasn't he?
Yeah, listen, first Premier League title in 30 years, first Champions League in 14 years, first FA Cup in 16 years, first Super Cup in 14 years, first Carabao Cup in 10 years. He won that again. First ever Club World Cup in Liverpool's history. He won 32 games out of 38, which is the most of any Premier League manager of all time in a campaign. So he leaves with nothing but love and good luck from all the Liverpool fans.
Yeah. Jurgen Klopp is gone. Wow.
I think
it's going to be weird
everyone
not
will
seeing
miss
him there.
Everyone
you know what I
will.
mean?
That's very disrespectful.
But, and
I'm
in
so
fact,
happy he's
the
gone.
new guy, Arne
Very
Slot,
happy he's
Can
gone.
you tone it down?
No, I give him. I do give. I
Just ruined a
give
lovely
him
moment.
give him his respect. 100%. He's been a fantastic manager of the league. This is like for the rivals now. Obviously for Liverpool,
Yeah.
they have to feel like that. That's their guy. Like how can they not feel emotional like that? And for the league, he actually is a big miss for the league. Characters like that. As much as I'm happy to see him go,
said
because
it
he's
yesterday.
made me miserable, like by just giving Man United licks all the time. Like, you know, them characters, they're big for the league. You want them big characters. You want them big personalities in the league. But you know, the league's changing.
Pep said he's made
League's
him a better
changing.
manager, and that's such a big compliment.
All right,
as
let's-
well.
Gotta
let's-
be careful with Pep, man.
So we
He's
move it
a
on.
Cheeky guy.
I'm moving it on in order of the league. So let's get to Abby next, right?
Oh, good.
Dead
There might-
3-0
there might not be any time.
victory
club.
over Sheffield United.
Dead.
There will be
Um,
time.
No regrets at all.
No regrets.
No, listen, not even a tinge
Not
of regret
even a tinge.
that if you'd have really gone for it against City, you could have been in the top
Not
4
even-
Champions League.
Not remotely. From me personally.
I can't stand
Okay.
it, you know. It's mad.
You can't stand that.
Shamelessness.
Why?
No, around, I love Abby, but around this table,
No,
the
but there wasn't.
shamelessness is
Like,
crazy.
genuinely, bear in
I
mind
see why
yesterday-
Arsenal fans go for it.
Bear
you
in
know.
mind that it's not just me. A lot of my friends are Spurs fans. My partner is a Spurs fan. And we actually
Shout out
discussed
Ben.
it yesterday.
Real bad
and
man.
we said neither of us literally no regrets, none whatsoever.
No regrets?
No regrets. But shout out Odegaard. shout out.
Oh,
No regrets. Loved it.
but it is a 5th place finish.
5th place.
Sum up your season.
I would give the season kind of what I hoped that we would achieve this year.
Out of 10, what would you give it?
I would give it. I actually think about this on the way in. I would give it 6.5/7 out of 10. That's what I'd give it. And if you would have said to me at the start of the season, which I think you actually did say to me, what is my expectation? It was between probably 5th to 7th. I probably would have said where I thought we would go. Obviously, didn't really know how we would necessarily play under Ange. Only kind of what I'd heard about and the way I saw him play at Celtic. But didn't necessarily know if that would translate well into the Premier League. And I think we've seen this season that it can translate, but there obviously are some frailties in that system. First half of the season obviously was really good, and then obviously second half was not so good. But that's okay, because I think that, this is a young team. It's a very transitional season for us as well. Losing Harry Kane the day before a season starts is a very big loss. And I think that we've coped with that quite well. We've actually scored more goals this season than when Harry Kane was there, which is a really weird stat and way to think. And overall, I think Ange has done well. I think, if someone offered me Europa League in 5th place, I'd have said, good. That's an improvement from last year. Last year we were 8th. So
Not disappointed, though, the fact that you spent most of the season up in around the top 4. No, I'm just saying it. I'm not even. It's not even a dig,
I
is it?
have
Right?
always said that if we could have got top 4, and if that was an option, then great. But I still stand by the fact I don't feel like Spurs are ready to be in the Champions League at the moment. I still think there's too many players that need to go still. I think we still need to fully understand the way that Ange wants us to play
You would
and
have
be
this window to
confident
do
in
it
that.
and this pre-season to do it and get ready for that.
Okay, but this is his first season.
Yeah, so you would have had that under the belt, got Champions League, then you go again in the transfer market, change the team, get rid of players.
But I've seen that happen under Jose. I've seen that happen under Conte. And I think, there's nothing wrong with being in Europa League. Plus, the format is different this year. Coming next season, sorry. So the teams from the Champions League don't drop in. This is a really good opportunity for Spurs to focus and hopefully win something, and that's fine with me. Of course, you want to be on the bigger stage. Of course, you want to win and not win, but be in the Champions League. Ooh. But I think there's more chance of Tottenham winning something in the Europa League, especially in the new format, and I want them to focus on that. That's
so all in
where
for
I'm
Europa
at.
League. This is it.
Yeah, I'm putting all my eggs in that basket. I want
Better
us
win,
to
then.
win the Europa League, and they need to win a trophy. It's time now. You don't get a trophy for top 4. You don't. You get a trophy for winning a trophy, and that's what I want Tottenham to focus on.
This sounds like a speech from Ange.
Well, listen.
Really, it's about winning.
It's about a winning mentality. That's who we are, mate. High line for life and a winning mentality. So I want to see that next year, and I want to see us, work on set pieces. That's my one wish. But overall, I'm very happy with the season. Could be better second half, but overall, I think 6.5, 7 out of 10 for Ange's first season. Take it.
Finished terribly, though, innit? I mean,
actually, the last 2 games have been all right.
Right? 8 games, 6 defeats,
Yes.
and 2 wins. Those wins against 2 relegated teams.
Yeah, but there's things we have to improve on, and that's why I'm saying I don't think Spurs would, getting top 4 great, but then for what? We're not at a stage where we can compete. That's again papering over it. It's giving the club what they want in terms of Daniel Levy. The fact that you say, oh well, again we've managed to scrape into the top 4.
But you wouldn't have scraped out of 8
Been,
games.
but no, we wouldn't.
That's not scraping into the top 4. You would have bounced into the top 4.
We lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We lost 4 in a row, and that is down to the system. That is down to the system, conceding 4 goals every week. Not turning up in games. So that's why, for me, I've said the whole time, I don't think we need to be. This one dead as well? Oh. That's why I said this season. Clearly, I just wanted it louder, double mic. that's why for me this season it didn't have to necessarily end up with us being in the top 4, because clearly in terms of consistency, the first half of the season was good. The second half was pretty crap for majority of it. You know, there's a lot of games we have lost badly. So they need to understand the way that Ange obviously wants to play, and he obviously wants the players he wants to come in and implement that. So he'll have that this summer, and you know, let's see what we can do in the Europa League.
Okay, let's move to the team that's the next.
Oh, you really
we
are
don't,
last.
we don't have a Villa fan here, but big up to Aston Villa. They did finish in 4th place, and I think that was an exceptional season for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
But what a way Chelsea finished off the season. Another win yesterday, 6th place finish.
Yeah.
I mean, a few weeks ago, we were joking about relegation and things like that.
Oh, you know, getting relegated.
Remember when you were saying, well, you're never going to get relegated.
We were hanging around.
You did the thing like...
Had 40 points balloons.
We did the party for 40 points and stuff like that.
Had a good end to the season.
6th place.
Yeah, somehow managed to get ourselves into the 60s. I have no idea how that happened. 5 wins in a row at the end. But I would probably give it a 6 out of 10, max, just because we managed to finish on a good note. But I think we needed a trophy to really give the season a bit more weight, because, you know, at the end of the day, that's the only metric everybody's interested in, is trophies. So I'm glad that we managed to pull it back, but I can't just remove myself from the 32 weeks or 30 weeks of being literally 12th and 10th. And that's why I won't go any higher than a 6. But there's something to build on there. There's a young group. There's some talented players in there. There's some adjustments that need to be made. Cole Palmer is really like the shining light of the season. That's the biggest positive we're taking from the season, is the guy has got like 33 G&A in the Premier League this season.
That's mad.
Young player of the year, went for the golden boot, was going for the playmaker, was going for everything. And was ridiculous. Even on the last day of the season there against Bournemouth, he wasn't great, still gets an assist. We weren't great. I think we were pretty fortunate to beat Bournemouth, to be honest. I think we conceded like 22 shots or something. It was really poor. It was actually very reminiscent of how we used to play a few months ago. So it wasn't a great performance. But we had someone leaving with Thiago Silva, got a nice banner at the beginning of the game as well. I don't know how he's managed to grow such a massive attachment to our club in such short space of time. Every time he does a speech, he's tearing up. His family, his 2 boys that play for Chelsea as well. He wants them to play for Chelsea when they're older. So, yeah, I think the day was more about Thiago Silva for us, and then we'll see what happens with the manager, because there's still reports flying around all over the place about his future.
Yeah, what would you do with the manager?
I'm torn, because I don't think this squad is being built for him, and I don't think they're going to back him with his profiles or his players that he would prefer, which is more, I think, P&P in that direction. We're going with a very technical team, but it's not the most physical team, and we've struggled on set pieces all season. We've defensively been horrendous this season. I think it's our worst defensive year since Premier League began. So I don't necessarily think long term he's gonna be the one to take this team to the next level, because I just don't think him and the team line up. But I do think it would be nice for the players if they had a bit of stability. I don't want them to necessarily have to start all over again in the summer, learn a whole new system, a whole new way of playing. They do really back the manager, and they do like him. So it would be nice if we could at least see out the contract, bring a bit of stability. But he's under pressure, because we do need to win something next season, and we do need to make top 4. So if he feels he can do that, then great. If he doesn't feel like he can do it with Gallagher maybe sold and Chalobah sold and not getting his players, then maybe they'll have to come to a mutual agreement like they did with Zerbi and Bloom.
There's a lot of talk that he will have to sell one of those homegrown big players in either Gallagher. Well, that'd be a big blow if it's Gallagher.
Massive.
Yeah, I mean,
Spurs
He don't want to go as well, does he?
He doesn't want to go, no. But the thing is, it's in Gallagher's hand. He doesn't have to leave, because even though they might want him to leave, they tried to sell him to Everton, I think, last January, and he just rejected it, so I'm not going there. If you just dig your heels in, they're going to have to give you a new contract at some point. They're not going to let you go for free, or like a £50 million asset. So I think if he just says, I'm not moving, if Pochettino stays, he can stay and know that he's going to get minutes. So
okay, let's get into some more Super Chats, and then we're going to talk Man United. Of course, how Man United have finished off the league, and of course, the FA Cup coming up.
Cool. Dudley says, it's taken me 28 years as an Arsenal fan to realise I can never be bantered by a club with a cock and a ball as a crest. Great season, we'll be back. Ibby says, baby reindeer Hotspur, Robbie with the facts. May 11 says, why does Abbi insist on referring...
That's so good.
Why does Abbi insist on referring to Sheffield United as Sheffield? There are 2 teams in Sheffield,
you
United
always
and
do that.
Wednesday.
You never call them Sheffield.
Right.
Neither
So
appreciate being
Brighton and
called
Hove
Sheffield.
Albion, we'll do that as well then, okay.
No, it is Sheffield Wednesday.
Well,
You call them Blades,
in
isn't
the
it?
Prem next year, we won't be talking about
Blades and Wednesday.
Wow, look at
Oh, send in. Is that where you're stooping to?
That's
Send sending shots to the
You're
Blades.
not very nice today either.
Super
You're
chats.
not very nice today.
Not my fault, mate. I'm just reading them out.
Just all right, Sheffield United.
Blades. That's
Okay.
Blades and Wednesday. Sunny Boy says 16 years without a trophy and yet more shameless behaviour from the trailer trash Barbie reindeer. No
Wow.
accountability
That was
whatsoever.
Not even a proper range. Not even.
Be careful how you into a trailer.
Trailer trap. Who was that?
That was harsh,
That was
man.
Sunny Boy.
Hey, come on.
Big up, Sonny.
Be kind.
Trailer trap.
Nico says
Oh,
Flex
that's
says
horrible.
no one cares about City yet everyone wants to discredit them. It seems can't wait till City give United a proper good pumping in the FA Cup final.
No one will care because I go, City's.
I'm on your side with
No,
that, bro.
right.
I can't lie. Akash says blame AFC for City's 4 in a row. No, that's not true.
Oh.
Clara, she's back. Matisse, ever since you've been seated away from Abby, we've had 5 wins in a row. Let's keep this up.
yeah.
Otherwise, the days aren't far when you're waiting for Poch at the M1 with your Oyster card.
To be fair, you've done worse than sitting next to me.
So it's you. That's what I'm saying.
JJ,
Wow.
there's so many super chats,
Okay.
by the way.
Just like in Baby Reindeer.
JJ says Arsenal reminds me
I was
of the
gonna
little
say something,
engine
I
that
stopped
could. Sabah Rinath says Robbie, for all the talk about Spurs not winning, do you want to bet £1,000 on Arsenal winning something other than Hearts?
Oh yeah, that must be the same way, no?
Well, you want to bet me £1,000 on Arsenal?
No, surely that bet that I just took
They haven't won a trophy
has to
for a
be.
If you want to. You want that?
It both ways, yeah,
it's £2,000.
100%. No, but same. If
No, it's going up
no,
into...
hang on a minute.
Put 1,000 on
It's
yours.
either way. Either way.
I got
No, just put in £2,000.
What if you both don't win?
I put you...
Well, then we just give money to charity.
No. We put my
I'm happy to give the money to
He's
charity
got to make a
anyway.
reason-
The reason
bet
why I
to
place my bet in that
Make
way,
a
right,
separate
is because
bet then.
I'm
No,
trying to
it should
have
be either. It should be each
One
way.
second. I'm trying to put a bit of accountability on your team.
Okay, but we need to put accountability on your
But
team
you
as
are-
well.
You are 4
The same
seasons
way.
without a
Right, so
trophy
you
as
bet
well,
me. So
Robbie.
I'm betting you each
that
way.
we don't win any trophy.
Yeah.
That's a separate bet, yeah?
No, I'm saying doing each way.
No. So don't cancel out your bet. It's because my bet is for accountability.
So you want 2 separate bets? You
Yeah.
want You want
Yeah,
two
we can
grand
do a
on
separate
this?
bet. We can
No, I
do a
don't want to
separate
do a
bet.
separate bet. I want to do each way.
See, look,
Anyone who bets, I mean,
No,
listen.
I'm
I
not
bet
doing
responsibly,
that
and I like to do an each way bet. So
I'm not doing each way because my
Oh,
bet
so
is
it's
all
only
about
the Grand
my bet.
National.
Remember how my bet is loaded. My bet is not loaded for myself, you know. My bet is because I want to have you lot accountable for your season.
But you are welcoming them
Right.
to say,
But if you-
want to
if
bet
you-
me that Arsenal won't win a trophy next year,
Let's go.
have it, you're saying.
Let's go. But that's a separate
Make
£1,000
it
bet.
small, don't make it... No, I'd have to be £1,000.
okay, 500 because my part of this bet is 500
So that's
quid.
a separate one.
Okay, so we'll do a separate
one
bet.
then, yeah.
Let's go,
Because
man.
if we're doing expressions,
Let's go.
2.
wait, just to check, X, you better be coming in on this bet,
I was
yeah?
going to say you signed up for this piece. by
but
yourself,
you
so-
No,
can
I
check
signed
it.
up for 500,
I'll tell you,
and you can
check,
run that back.
You check it in first.
No, can
Like,
you
if
leave
you
your
want-
account?
250,
that-
Tobes,
No.
250 Fuad if X ain't on it.
Well, yeah, whoever wants to. I don't
No,
care
but
who
see, you
wants to
better
cash
check
in.
with them
Tobes
first
and
because they may
Fuad,
not
that's
want
it.
it.
Not you.
They may not want it.
I'm on a £500 bet, not a £1,000
Do you
bet.
want it?
Flex, unless.
They may not want it. You check with them and come
All
back
right,
to me
go
and
on
let me
then.
know.
I'll bet with you, but 500 quid. I'm not doing 1,000.
So this is a separate bet, yeah?
Yeah.
The Arsenal win a trophy.
Yeah.
Or don't win. Okay, brilliant. Thomas says Foden over Saka is 100% now.
Really
Jorge
gotta
De La
have
Rosa
good summer
says Chelsea's success equally tainted. Blood Money FC. HW says you got away with
holidays,
that.
I'll be
For the
going
first time,
I ain't going no more. I'm not going Maldives.
you'll be going Bognor Regis this next year.
Scumpers.
Yeah, no Maldives this
No
year.
Barbados, Bognor Regis. Hold tight, Skegness and that.
Oh, I don't.
Skeg
Yeah,
Vegas.
Ben's on the phone. Yeah, what are we doing? What are you doing?
I better
Oh, you said Bahamas.
literally when I get home.
Wicked holidays, mate.
Oi,
When I get home, he's gonna be like, "What have you done? Why have you done that?"
It'll be Pontins next year for Ben.
It's Spurs, Abby. What you know? Why'd you do that for?
Nothing wrong
You
with
know
Centre
what we're
Parks,
like.
guys. There's nothing wrong with Centre Parks. If we've got,
Centre Parks, though.
Centre Parks is
I
also
said
really
Pontins,
expensive,
but-
by the way.
Yeah, trust me, it's hella
Centre
piece.
Parks is yeah.
It's actually quite.
HW
really
says for the
expensive.
first time in the season we'll have all the teams at the DR table with a win at the same time.
That's true.
Oh my god, is that it?
Everybody won.
First time.
Bloody hell, yeah.
When it just doesn't matter.
Last day.
The last.
Is that the first time though?
No way.
Nah,
That
that
was the
might,
first
First
time.
time all year, can't
Can't be.
might be though.
Might be.
That's wild.
It can't.
Yeah, you.
Coming from this
You
Dom.
heard a lot. To be
You know the other thing.
Finish ahead of this, Don.
We've been waiting.
You know the
Finish
other
ahead
thing
of
as
this,
well
Don.
on this table, right?
We don't know.
Despite all the banter, I was thinking about it this morning, right? Like in the Premier League, none of your teams have beaten me this season.
We have in the FA Cup. Hold that. I might trophy that.
Premier League,
He
Bridget.
always says.
I might trophy
Yeah, see,
that.
you're jumping in. Premier
No,
League.
but you didn't say
None
that.
of I'm
You didn't say
undefeated.
that, though.
I did
You
say
just
Premier
said-
League.
and then when I said it,
If
you went,
run
no,
back-
no,
if you
Premier
run back-
League, Premier
if you run
League.
back the video, I said Premier League.
Where's
I
Aston
said
Villa at?
I'm undefeated.
Where's Aston
There's no
Villa?
Villa man on the table. Right? I'm undefeated on this table. Even if you put a City man
Bro,
on
I
this
beat
table,
you in the
I'll be
FA
undefeated.
Cup. We're talking about the
We're
whole
talking
season.
about the FA Cup.
But you were at
And
the
how did
time.
that work out? Well,
My
you're not in the
trophy,
final, are you?
Anyway, bigger
Give me a
weddings to
certificate of
fry.
participation as well.
Tanish says, Robbie, could you please make it clear to Abby and X that pre-seasons don't count, trophies don't count? Also, AGT, have you paid Mr. Bent? Yes.
Damn
He sent his details, and in the reference of the £100 I sent him, I said, where's your Champions Leagues?
Did you get your money
comes up on
for
his bank
the
statement.
Yeah, it literally does.
He's gonna
I'm
be
owed money from
devastated.
Turkish and Mr. Fleck as well.
Fleck?
Yeah. Jesus Christ says, Foden is
That's
prime
where my
Dele
£100
Ali,
went this
Jude is
morning.
prime Stevie G. There are clear levels to this. Let's all calm down. What are you talking about then? Because if you're comparing them to them players, then
1100 quid
you've
down.
kind of missed your own point.
Still going on about the money, mate.
Dragon says,
Accountability, man. I'm telling you.
here's one. Dragon says Arsenal will win next season, I promise. Or is it too early to tell? I don't know, man. From a shameless Indonesian Arsenal fan, come on, you Gunners. Omar, if Rodri didn't get a red, we would have been unbeaten. Kenny says to Chelsea, if Rodri got that handball, we would have won the league. Kenny, to Chelsea, City now has the 4th most trophies in England. That's actually, yeah. How are you feeling?
Huge.
Me?
Yeah,
Me?
You.
How am I
I'm
feeling?
Talking to you, yeah.
Why are you asking me how am I feeling?
Because you're now the 5th most successful
I
team.
don't care. Look, this is all part of the we must all come together to stop City. You know,
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, but I don't
Forget
care
City.
about if City goes above us or if Newcastle. I know my role. My role is London, to protect London, to look after these parts, these boroughs. I'm not interested in what happens in Manchester.
32 of them.
What happens in Manchester is his problem. What happens in Merseyside is your problem.
Mayor of London.
I ain't got I ain't got time for all that.
I got
Yes.
I ain't got time for all that. I'll be real.
Kensington and Chelsea.
I ain't got time for all that, man.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Matisse Livingston, you know. It's mad.
London's a big place, you know. There's a lot of people in this city.
Who elected you though?
It's a lot of people to look after. I'm stressed. We went to the final
Ken.
day. Stressful.
Wait, Corbyn's an Arsenal fan as well. too.
God.
Amy says Arsenal is the miscongeniality of the Prem.
Great
Woodsy
film.
says, Don, give it up. Counting days on top. You lost. Haha. Greg says Pep is a master of player time management and talent evaluation. How good you need to be to have the confidence to say that you don't need Cole Palmer because you know Phil Foden is good or better. Guna San says, big up lads, AGT, Liverpool bottle jobs. Who do you think is going to win that Tottenham and Bayern flop? Harry Kane. For an Arsenal fan, you haven't even
How
mentioned
dare
Arsenal
you.
once there.
Do you know Harry Kane?
It's
That Bayern
mad.
finished 3rd now, so they're not in the German Super Cup next
That's
season.
wild.
So that's another trophy he can't.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost. So he has to go all the way to next May to
Wait,
try
And
and
he sees the trophy get rid of
Back in England by then.
You see the trophy he got for
No, Stuttgart.
Stuttgart.
Yeah,
Shout out Stuttgart.
Yeah, Stuttgart.
might
Demo
have to come back to
says,
Spurs.
think you should give Baby Reindeer
chance
her
of
own
it.
Arsenal segment. BR Sports awaits. Baby Reindeer Sports.
We are working on new content. Stay
Mark
tuned.
says Jurgen Norbit Klopp, biggest chompers in history. Cheers, mate. Red Baron, the point in any big team competing versus the cheats. Wacko's Gunner says, I'm not from England, but please tell me City can't be sorted out. 115 charges. If found guilty, charge of point deduction, and then solve the next 110. Tina, let's talk about the new Times Champions League format, please. We probably will during the summer because there's no games on. Clara, Abby, would you bet Matisse again? Who finishes higher?
Let's wait for
Listen.
the window to close. The managers to be aligned.
I'm £1,100 down right
And
now.
then-
Can you just give me like a minute
Yeah.
to just
Only a few left
regroup,
to go through.
Try get a new contract here. Renegotiate fresh terms.
500 more.
Contract extension.
Clause, exit clauses.
Yeah, exit clause. Yeah,
got
can
it.
we let's
I didn't tell you
circle
about
back
the
on
release
that?
clause.
Circle
Yeah.
back.
We've got a release clause for you as well.
Yeah.
Like it's been an expensive morning.
Feeling good
for me,
again.
Okay?
You know that?
What was
Abby?
that?
I said we've got a release clause for you as well.
Yeah, 5 better pay up, man. Go on.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
But it can only be triggered if Spurs win a. If Spurs win a
She's here
trophy,
for
it can be
life.
triggered.
I can't leave the orange.
You can't leave it.
That's mad.
Triple R says Arsenal
Locked in
did
for
win the
life.
league on my birthday. King Javi says, is the Prem a Farmers League now with City winning it every year? And JD says Abby's taking way too many bets. She won't have. No, I'm not reading that out. Brixton says no point cooking each other because you all bottled it. Arsenal and Liverpool win the league. Spurs and Chelsea with top 4, and United with Europe. And Bella Chanda AG says, is Arteta out if Arsenal go trophyless next season?
No, it depends on the context. Everything has to be put into a context. If you pushed a Pep Guardiola team to the last day of the season and lost that, that's...
But there's other trophies up for grabs, though.
Yeah, there are other trophies up for grabs, but the main trophy that Arsenal are obviously prioritising and going for is the league, right? And
What about Champions League?
And listen, I
gotta
didn't
go far in
expect.
that,
I didn't
Robbie.
expect
FA Cup.
go far, but at the start of the season, when people said to me, "Where do you think you can get in the Champions League?" I said maybe quarterfinals. We did.
But what about now?
Get to
though?
the
But yeah,
quarterfinals.
Now
like,
you see the
you
level
can't, you
playing
can't,
field.
you can't discount all the trophies.
for next season, you know, it's
Got to say at least semi-final now.
you know the Champions League is hard to predict.
It is.
New format
It's hard
as well.
to predict because
New
you don't know
format.
you're going to
Okay,
get.
but what about the FA Cup?
tough,
What about
isn't
the
it?
Carabao Cup?
No,
My
yes,
trophy
let's go for let's. You know, he has actually won the FA Cup.
I know,
before,
but I'm saying
yeah?
that's
But let's-
it in 5
but
years.
let's
So
go,
we
but
need
not easy.
to
Really
win
and
another
truly,
trophy.
I want to see Arsenal.
That's why when
competing.
people win it, got to show it
I
respect.
want to compete
especially when they
in
do
the
it
league
twice
again. I want
or
to be
3
competing
times.
in the league again, right? And
Six.
he did it again at the end of last season. A lot of people said, "Oh, if he didn't do it this year, they've got no chance next year." Chelsea are strengthening. This is what happened.
But is that going to be like that again?
Who knows? All I know that I think, and I think you guys around the table think as well, that Arsenal will be challenging again next year.
100%.
There will be.
Well, you must,
Right.
yes.
You must.
And it's going to be interesting
They
what we do
must.
in the transfer window. Have a good window. We could be, but you know, we're up there. Are you going to be challenging? Are you?
Who knows, mate? Who knows?
To be honest, I'd rather us actually solidify top 4 and win trophies. I'm not interested in challenging. I want to win trophies. So if I'm not interested in coming second.
Do you want to play us in
don't
the final
get a
again?
trophy.
Until we're ready to win, I don't care about challenging. When we
You actually had a chance to win a trophy
when we,
this year.
Yeah, we did. That's why I'm
You-
pissed.
You was in a
And
final.
I know.
You was
That's
in
why
a
I'm pissed.
final
Yes.
against kids.
That's why I gave him 6.
Been to a lot of finals.
That's why I gave him
mate.
6 out of 10.
I think
Second a
he's
lot.
fortunate to get a 6.
Yeah, he
When
might
I
be.
think about
he might
this
be.
in a final.
He might be. The only reason why I've given him the 6
6
is because the injury crisis has been embarrassing. Like 10, 12 players missing per game is unheard of. But yeah,
It's not unheard of. It's happened to us more.
sorry, and that's why you're 8th. Yeah, so you get your asterisks as well.
So,
So,
you're a bad man.
but yeah,
little
it's
you
not
just
good.
comes and kicks
It's not
you
good.
down, man, you know what I mean?
3 finals in a row.
Anyway, guys, don't
tight.
forget, right? Toca Social coming up, right? It's going to be taking place. The weekend roundup are going to be there live. All of us guys are going to be there. You can come and cook us live on the night. Make sure the tickets are available right now. Just click the link in the description and come and join us. We're going to be watching that England game as well. So listen, make sure you check it out. Manchester United.
we all know how,
Finished off the season with
we
a
all
win.
know how this is going.
Rasmus Højlund Rasmus.
How many goals are you going to concede?
But listen, Flex.
We're talking about. We're summing up the season, mate.
First
we're talking about the season.
Flex is,
Sorry.
it's been a, it's
You know,
been a
you thought we'd
horrendous-
lose 11-0 in the final last
season's
year. It was
not finished.
2-1. It's a
Your
close
season's
affair,
not
mate.
finished.
Listen, it's been a horrendous season
Exactly.
for Manchester United. We do have to factor
Worst
in.
ever, Robbie.
Worst ever
Ever.
season. Do we guys here have to factor in the fact that they've had some horrendous injuries?
No.
I mean,
No.
50-odd
No.
centre-back partnerships. Can't put your
We
team
didn't.
out.
I didn't get an injury excuse, so they're not getting one.
I tried to bring that up. I didn't get any.
It's not happening.
Love for
No
that.
chance.
What do you want us to do?
On to the next point.
So the injuries mean nothing. Injuries mean
nothing.
absolutely
What was
nothing. Injuries are no
Guess
part of
what?
it.
Sum up the season.
Deal
for
with
us.
it. Biggest club in the
Sum it
world.
up.
Deal with it.
Injuries are not part
Yeah?
of it.
Hold that.
At all.
No, because we've
None.
told our own
Hold.
injuries.
None. Not even like
Brighton
5%. None.
Brighton have had injuries. Newcastle
Newcastle.
have had
Do you
injuries.
know what? I'll give
We've
you-
had
I'll give you
injuries.
10%.
You can't say it's not part of anything.
I'll give you 10%.
It's not the main reason, but you can't say
You're
it's
still
not part of it.
dead.
Just saying, everyone's had
Because
injuries.
there's a reason why, like you
Still
said,
dead, though.
same for you.
We finished 8th, worst ever
Eighth.
Premier League season for Manchester United.
Chance for back-to-back silverware. That's what we've got to go for. Do you know what I mean? Chance for
Ultimate
back-to-back
spin
silverware.
doctor. Alistair
It's
Campbell
been an
setting.
awful season. Didn't expect it to happen, and you know our season's not finished yet. So I'm not really. I'm waiting for our season to come to a close. Monday. The next Monday shows when I'll give you my true analysis of the team, because I could be sitting here as an FA Cup winner, or I could be sitting here trophyless and an 8th.
Do you think you
big
can win that
difference.
game?
Pardon?
You think you can win that game against City?
Of course we can. Of course we
I
can.
don't, I don't think your season should be defined by one game. No, I think your conclusion should be pretty.
No,
Pretty much
there's
sorted.
a lot of
Yeah.
caveats. Nah, listen, it's shocking, absolutely awful, ridiculous season. The injuries are part of it, of course they are. They don't have nothing to do with it. But what's actually annoyed me in the last 3 games is the fact that Ten Hag has gone more pragmatic. He's changed the formation. He's more compact. We're playing a 4-4-2 or like a 4-2-2 at the moment, but 4-4-2 out of possession. And I'm saying that, well, if you can be a little bit more flexible now, why didn't you do that? a little bit earlier, it doesn't mean you're going to win all of those games, but it means you approach them in the right way, given the situation you're in. So there's been players that have been not at the races. There's been tactical decisions that have just been way below par. The season's been laughable for Man United. Absolutely pathetic season from start to finish, to be honest with you. Started really early from, you know, what happened in Europe, going out of that, bottom of the Champions League. Then, you know, out of the Carabao Cup, second game, Newcastle came, like I said, with their injuries, beat us 3-0. But having said all that, it's awful. And what happened to Ten Hag, it's really weird because I've been at the point where I'm like, I just don't see how he can turn it around. Surely we've got to change manager. Yeah. But this like managerial merry-go-round of like people moving and stuff like that has been weird. And like, if Ineos aren't sure that the guy they believe can take us forward is out there instead of Erik Ten Hag, they absolutely shouldn't sack him. They shouldn't just sack him just because if they believe it's him, then he's there, innit? But don't get him because he's not. I'd rather stay with I'd rather give Ten Hag a new contract, and he's only got a year left. Zerbi, I don't want Zerbi.
What about Kieran McKenna?
Nope, too early. I think that's it's too early.
Why don't you want
Zerbi, I just don't think that when it gets tough at Man United, I just think he'll get volatile. I think the pressure of how he wants to play, if he doesn't get what he wants, I just don't think that's a good fit. I think it's just it's like how the Potter thing was. He's doing well at Brighton. Look, Brighton are doing all right. They play some neat stuff, but it's not. Man United's a different level of pressure. But what I'm saying is that I think Ten Hag will end up probably staying. Yes. Just out of like, that's true. But what could happen is they might say, well, you know what, we'll have a look and see how you do. But you never know.
Have they not been seen so far? Have they not been seen?
Because we don't have anything else, and so many things are changing. And the guy that we actually want, we don't think is out there. But this is where Thomas Tuchel comes into it, because he's now said he doesn't want to stay at Bayern, but then the Barca job's going because Xavi looks like he's going to leave. Like,
is he? But then he just come out with, there was more quotes to say that he is staying.
So I'm saying, so Ineos are probably going, well, what they must not do is just panic just because we finish 8th, which is horrendous, and say we're changing the manager just for the sake of it. No, only change the manager if they found the guy who they think will align with what they want to do. I've got no problems with that. So I think he'll stay just because of that. He's only got a year left on his deal, so it's not like if you go to Christmas or October to say let's have a look, they can get rid of him fairly easily. But if he wins the FA Cup, and I know what Matisse is saying is true, the real measure of where you
I think
are
that's
at
how you should be leaving.
Is 38 games. That shows you where your team is actually at. But if he does do that, it does change the complexity of it slightly, because you're going, well, look, in this thing of turning around this team that's been shit for 11 years, right? Finishing all kind of mad places. Yeah, this is the worst one, but Man United have been crap for 11 years. If he says that, well, in my first 2 seasons, I've got 2 trophies. The Carabao Cup, people say it's not really that okay, well, I've got a FA Cup, and on that I had to beat Liverpool, I had to beat Manchester City, who that's not easy to do. If he does do that, then you exactly. But Ineos will probably say, okay, we'll keep things the same. But if he loses badly and gets smoked, you go in your 8th, no trophies, smoked in the final, players. No one
make or break.
100%. So
they can break that FA Cup. Let me just run people through how it all finished then in the Premier League. I'm not going to go through all the results from yesterday, but what I'm going to do is give you a rundown of the league. The 3 teams relegated were Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield United. And the significance of that, Abby, is with those 3 teams.
All the 3 teams that came out went back down.
Yeah, all 3
Sheffield
teams.
United. Sheffield United.
All 3 teams that got promoted from the Championship were relegated. Manchester City finished as champions on 91 points. Arsenal second place on 89. Liverpool third on 82. Aston Villa getting into the top 4 Champions League places
big gap,
on
though,
68.
From Liverpool to Villa, 15 points.
Yep, 68 points. Tottenham in 5th on 66. Chelsea on 63 points. They are in the Europa League. Newcastle will go into the Conference League. They finish on 60 points. However, if Manchester United win the FA Cup next week, Chelsea will play in the Conference League. They will drop down into the Conference League and not Newcastle. So that is the significance of that.
Not even worried.
Can we just run through the last super
Yeah, a
chat
few
there?
more to go. Dragon says, who do you guys want your team to sign in the next season for the transfer window? Again, we're going to have transfer window content for you over across the summer, so don't worry about that. We're also, I don't know if we've noticed this, we're actually going to Amsterdam as a collective next week as well.
Yep.
So there should be some good content coming out of there as well.
We're going to be over at the SoccerX conference. We're going to be coming live from there on DR Sports, so make sure you look out for that. With chaos over
Next
in Amsterdam. Yeah,
Amsterdamage, mate. Jazzy Jeff, Robbie, what did you think of Lee Gunner's 6-hour Arteta hate-along feature? Yardman, silly to sack him. Who'd you replace him with?
I don't really watch that, brother.
Yeah, trust me. R1400, Emery came back for blood. Denzir says, Robbie, hopefully your big fried fish tasted unreal because your tears taste phenomenal. Also, Abby, Kane will stay and eventually win. You behave. Blake says, Robbie loves to bring up Spurs and our season forgetting Arteta finished 8th twice to begin his career and finished 5th after having Kane sold.
Won a trophy in his first season. Big Ange didn't. FA Cup.
2 more to go. Mark says, also big up to the team members, and this is actually what I was going to say something just before, but I go along with what he said. Big up all the staff at DR. Thank you for your lovely content. It's been a journey. And yeah, big up the Don, big up Abby, Flex, Matisse, Cecil, James, all the other people that have been on.
Also give it up for Jason.
No, that's the GOAT. Yeah. That's the GOAT. None of this is possible without the big dog, Jace, Hassan, Annette, Kenya, Joe. Honestly, the team that we have behind.
All the cooking.
Jack,
genuinely
Kane.
come from
socials.
Yeah,
Jack.
people on social. Yeah, big up Jack for ruining my life this season.
Yeah, big up Jack.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
No, yeah,
Who's the
big
other
up.
one that always does it? No, the one that's in Canada.
Jack's down there blowing kisses like.
Donald, big up Donald.
Big up Donald. Big D.
But honestly,
no, but
it's
Jason,
the
seriously, all the cooking you see because of Jason. So big up.
Yeah,
Jason.
shout out to Jason, and you guys at home won't see these people, but they are literally the ones that are the glue for the show. They keep us all together. They make sure we're on time.
On time, Mark.
You've come in sweating quite a few times this season, actually.
On time.
That limelight outside.
From Liverpool.
Was that the last one?
And the last one is a big club that tolerates a trophyless manager for 4 seasons. Is that a big club mentality?
That's directed at you.
Is what, sorry?
I don't think it is.
What?
I think it's more.
What was it?
Listen, we're challenging to win titles, mate.
100%.
Relax.
But yeah.
We got Pep Guardiola in the way. That's the problem.
Challenging.
Right.
But yeah, big up all the members, man. We've had a
What are
an up
you
and down
doing?
season.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Don't talk until
He's
you can
loud
show
again.
me something that you've done this
Listen,
season.
I'll show you-
You've been shocking this season. You got no right to talk. You can't just keep you can't just keep coming here and sniping. Or I'm gonna have to direct some bets in your way. Shall we
We're
place
still
a bet?
Kings of London.
Shall we place a bet?
I'll be
Would you-
honest.
Do you want some?
There's no need for
Do you want
bets
it?
because we're still the Kings of London.
Yeah.
You still have
Kings of London.
I don't
Kings
need
of
to.
London.
We've literally still got the crown.
You're on the
in this
King's
city.
Road. That's about it. You know what I mean?
We're still the Kings of London.
All right, let me just quickly ask you guys just before we go, your manager of the year.
Emery.
You know Emery?
Easy.
Emery.
Easy. Not even close for me.
Pep's just created history, don't he?
I know, but
He's just done something that's never. And then even I don't like Man City and all the whatever.
4 in a
saying,
row.
It's not been done, bro, and that's the highest level of football.
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
Emery's taken that team on
Brilliant.
relegation battles.
100%.
In a
Agree.
year and a half.
Agree. But he's won 4
Still Emery
leagues
for me though.
in a
'Cause
row.
At the start of the
Okay,
season,
okay.
everyone thought City would win it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
No
may as well just give it him.
But
Player-
then
player
they're
of the
victims
year.
of their own success.
Player of the
I
year.
know, yeah.
Foden.
Good. Yeah, Emery.
Player of the year.
Foden.
Ollie Watkins.
Nice shout.
Ollie
Cole
Watkins.
Palmer.
Oh no, it's Cole Park. Yeah. If it's not, it's Foden though. It's Foden.
Foden. I actually, I was on Saturday Social on the weekend, and I said Saliba, right? But it's Foden because they won the league. But why is it defenders are never recognised? Because he's been absolutely outstanding this year.
Who, Saliba?
Saliba, and he didn't
Rio
even
was.
get, he didn't even get nominated for
Stam was.
Guess why?
Just depends who you are. It depends
They
how good
won
you are.
it.
right. No, but they do them nominations before the
Saliba's been
No,
wicked.
yeah,
though.
they do
How's
them in like
Saliba not-
April though, innit?
He's been.
But I think Gabriel's had a better
Yeah,
season
same.
than.
No, they've both been
Saliba,
brilliant. But
so-
Saliba's played every game for Arsenal.
Gabriel's
He's been
been wicked.
absolutely
Nah, he is
brilliant.
unreal.
Young player of the year.
Yeah, it's
Cole Palmer.
It's Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer for me as well. Signing of the season.
Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer.
Slash Rice. Slash
Rice, yeah, I'd say that.
Palmer, innit? Yeah.
Overachiever of
Villa.
the season?
Villa.
Yeah, it's Villa.
That's Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
It's definitely Villa. Underachiever.
United.
Easy. Yeah, how could it not be?
Got to be United.
Chelsea actually went from what, 12th to 6th?
Yeah, I
Is
think
it 12th. Did you finish 12th?
But I don't
Chelsea are
expect
there.
United.
Where was it
We
last
finished
season?
last season. We finished 12th.
12th. So 12th to 6th.
Do you know what he said?
Spurs
I don't
what?
expect you to achieve though.
You didn't
so
expect Man
can't
United to
be
finish
the
8th because you've just
underachiever.
sat there going, it's the worst season ever, Robbie. They're a disgrace.
I thought no, genuinely.
You didn't think Man United finished 8th. You
Right.
didn't. You didn't.
I had you down as 6th or 7th.
You didn't
but
finish.
not
You didn't
8th.
think Man United would have their worst ever season finish 8th.
It's
But
got
I
to
can't
be.
call you
United.
under-
So who out the top 8? Who out the top 8 is worse than Man United? Nobody. Who just below them is? Is it West Ham? No.
The only other
Is
one
it
you
Brighton?
can
No.
say is Chelsea.
Could be us.
You didn't expect to win the
But you
league.
still won a trophy.
No, it's definitely United.
United.
Third in the Carabao Cup's a
goalkeeper of the
fantastic season. It's an amazing season. It's brilliant.
Goalkeeper.
It's something to build on, mate.
Goalkeeper.
I'm going Raya.
Caution.
What's that? The best goalkeeper?
Best goalkeeper of the season.
Rare idiot.
Raya, yeah.
Nah, man.
Onana?
I'll go Raya.
Golden Glove. Well, no, that's for
No,
sure.
not going
Settled down,
Onana.
he has.
You see his interview with G
That
Nev?
time.
Said he's been elbowing people and that. Yeah. Your guy's done all right.
Petrovic has done.
Yeah.
He's done well.
No one thought that.
I wouldn't give him
Kelleher.
goalkeeper of the season.
He's all right.
Yeah?
What?
That's my guy.
Keller. Listen, it's Raya, man. Behave yourself. Raya. David Raya.
By the way,
Who
breaking
is-
news.
Raya.
Lloyd Kelly
rather go
leaves
for
as a free
Martinez.
agent at Bournemouth, so he's up for grabs. You should probably buy him.
I think we were linked in actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, the show has come to an end today. It's been the last show of the Premier League season, but it's not the last show. We're going to be here throughout the summer, so make sure you check it out. We will be here on with doing the transfer roundup, and of course we'll be here for the Euros, Copa America, everything. We'll be here on DR Sports, and don't forget. Olympics as well. Don't forget, you can check us out at Toca Social. We're doing a special live event where we want you guys to come down. Come and cook us, right? All of us, I know you can cook, right? So
Literally.
come down and cook us on the day, right? The tickets are available right now. They're selling fast. So make sure you click the link in the description to get yours right now. And as Alex said, we're going to be coming from the Soccer X conference over in Amsterdam next week as well, so look out for content coming from over there. We're going to be interviewing lots of people that are speaking at the conference. It's the biggest football conference in the world, and they've got us there doing content. Cecil's one of the actual
Big up Cess, man.
One of the hosts.
Cecil's one of the hosts on it. I'm speaking on it as well, and all the team from DR are going to be there, so it's going to be absolutely brilliant. So make sure you check it out. That is next week. But listen, thanks for watching the show. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Flex. Matisse.
What a
Thank you,
season.
AT. Thank you to all of you guys. What an amazing season it's been. These guys have been brilliant as well. Thank you very much, and we will be back on Thursday.
Jurgen
The
Klopp.
weekend roundup is live here at Toca Social on the 3rd of June. We're gonna be here cooking people for days. It's gonna be a madness. Ange, Poch, Robbie with Arsenal. You guys need to be getting your tickets. We're gonna be doing a live show. We're playing games, watching England play as well. It's gonna be a madness. Make sure you're here for it live.